Hello, Ryan.
Hi, Charlie.
Well, to me, the most fascinating point about Matrix is the question that they have on the reality, because the director is obviously trying to doubting about the authenticity of the reality. So what is the reality? How can we make sure that we are in a so-called reality? But what is your opinion on this?
Honestly, I used to think that the question of that is a little absurd.
Yeah.
People just go about their lives day to day. But as time went on, some people start to think, is the life that we're living really real, or what is, or how do you define reality?
Yeah, I think this issue was not only illustrated in Matrix, but it was also could be seen in the classical literature works. So, but in the Matrix, they had tried to address this idea again in the science fiction film form.
Right.
So we can take a look at one clip from Matrix to see how they try to interpret this question.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay.
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment, weapons, training simulations, anything we need.
Right now, we're inside a computer program?
Is it really so hard to believe? Your clothes are different, the plugs in your arms and head are gone. Your hair has changed. Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
So in this story, the big brother is the matrix system behind the simulation computer program. Right. So, as Morpheus told Neo, our sensory organ could easily be deceived.
Yes, yeah. The senses can be illusory. That's why Plato emphasized rational thinking.
Yeah, that's right. So consider about the unreliable characteristic of the sensory perceptions. We have to thinking about two aspects. One is the elusive nature of our sensory perception. I think the other is the the limitation of our sensory organ.
Limitation? Could you give us more specifics?
Yeah, of course. If you think about our eyes, so our eye could only capture the limited range of a spectrum of light, and the same to our hearing system. If once the the waveform has the frequency has extended to a certain range, we cannot capture those signals.
Right.
So we could see that in our surrounding reality, there's a numbers of signals could not be perceived by our sensory organ. So which means our sensory organ is always see the reality partially.
Right, right. There's always a limitation. Yeah, it makes me think of, for the eyes, the visual limitation when you look at a skyline.
That's right.
From a distance, the sky and the land look like they're one.
Yeah. They seem to adhere to each other, but it's a totally illusion.
Right, right.
Yeah, I think that's a very good example, and I think sometimes we should be thankful for our elusive nature of our sensory perception. Without it, we might lost a lot of fun. For example, like watch a movie. Sure. We know that movie is made of a series of fast moving still frames.
Right, right.
The visual stain effect to make you feel that it's a continuity in your visual experience. Even if you know it is an elusive effect, sometimes it's really hard to control. I have a very interesting TED talk that the presenter showed us an example.
Fascinating.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you some ways that we can violate your expectations. First of all, I want to show you a particular illusion here. I want you, first of all, when it pops up on the screen, to notice that the two holes are perpendicular to each other. These are all perceptual tricks. These are real objects that I'm going to show you. Now, I'm going to show you how it was done. I've looped the film here so you can get a very interesting experience. I want you to see how this illusion's constructed, and it's going to rotate, so you see that it's an inside-out thing. Now watch as it rotates back, how quickly your perception snaps. Okay, now watch it as it rotates back again, and this is a very bright audience. All right, see if you can stop it from happening, even though you know 100% it's true. Bang, you can't undo it. What does that tell you about yourselves? We're going to do it again. No doubt about it. See if you can stop it from happening. No, it's difficult.
Wow, it seems like it's really hard to control the illusory effect. It seems like our sensory organs are always susceptible to being deceived.
That's right.